record video. Okay, we should be live.
Am I audible?
You are audible.
Marvelous. Am I any better?
Much better.
Good.
Okay. Well, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hosting.
While we get our tech stuff up, I am putting up just a picture of the cast, and we're seeing if that works, and seeing if everyone can hear, and all of our normal tech stuff. Hello,
Okay.
Basket of Mercy. We think Alex has a bit of an echo. Would you try speaking again, Alex?
Testing. Oh, there is.
Let's see if there's an echo from anybody else. Melanie, can you...
Hello.
No. Well, hello, Casey.
Hello.
We are testing. There seems to be some echoing. Basket is, of course, helping us out. But Basket says the internet might be okay. Melanie, thank you for your assistance. Does everybody have their snacks and beverages? And, of course, dicey dice.
Haven't grabbed beverage yet. Just got.
Almost.
Casey's echoing on my end as well. On my end, but on the stream.
Okay, maybe it's me. Okay, is this any better? Can you all still hear me? A bit, and I lost sound, but it's back, and the echo has spread to Alex and Casey. Okay, can you all still hear? I am going to keep talking. Can you still hear my voice? This is Anna trying to do a tech run, and I am just going to keep talking for a while.
You are audible on
And
stream.
Tra la 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 la. Excellent. Now somebody else talk and see if we can hear you all.
La 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 la. You're welcome.
Thank you, Karina.
Okay, am I still echoing now?
So Karina's not echoing.
Good.
Casey's not
Okay,
echoing.
I'm not hearing echoes now, yeah.
Did that fix it?
And it sounds like I'm not.
Yay!
Woo!
Okay. So,
So, Alex still may have some echoes.
Oh, I think I might have found part of the problem.
what? Do you have the stream up without the mute?
Sometimes these things happen.
No, my microphone was set to omnidirectional.
Oh.
That would be a problem.
Yeah.
Yes, Amy has not joined yet. We have heard Melanie a bit in the beginning, but of course, we are always delighted to hear Melanie, if you would like to try to test out for the lack of echoes again.
Hopefully everything is working fine.
Excellent.
Good.
The trials
I
and
don't know
tribulations.
if I've ever heard anyone say your name.
Oh, that's actually probably true, honestly.
Like, honestly, I just thought your name was Sari.
I mean, internet personas are a thing.
Yeah.
Well, considering Sari has been a thing I've been going by since 2013.
Girl, I get you.
That's how long I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV. Oops.
Oh no, have I revealed a secret identity?
Yes, Melanie is her secret identity. By day,
I'm
she
not
goes
trash.
by. Best.
An important question. Is my fan audible?
I don't think so.
Good.
I don't know. How loud are they cheering?
Bum, bum, bum. You're a good one.
Yes!
Agreed.
Amy! I've done that.
I've done.
Dallas? What? Well, this is an exciting night for many reasons. Well, that is a good question. Yes.
I will reopen the stream on my computer again and see if it's happening on my end.
Well, then we can go ahead and get started and see if the audio quality improves. And if not, we will, as always, we will see what happens. It'll be exciting. So, good evening, everyone. Just your friendly reminder that while we are proud of our product, we must admit that none of us are actually in a professional recording studio. We are recording on a myriad of devices and internet qualities. Please give us patience. If there are technical difficulties and or interruptions from pets and toddlers, we love all of you and hope you enjoy the show. First, let's introduce ourselves in the order we see in our Discord chat. Go ahead and tell us your name, your character name, and our question for the day is, what kind of hat would your character be?
Hello, my name is Alex. I play Colin. There was something else I was
best.
Alright, well, hello. My name is Anna, and I am a co-DM on this channel running the live stream for tonight. So, I play a myriad of the NPC characters, and I would love one of our player characters to roll a D4 for me, and that will determine which one of our NPC characters will answer the question tonight. Up in roll 20, we've got a 1. That is Ja'Cory. If Ja'Cory were a hat, he would be one of those really old, floppy ranger hats with at least one bite taken out of it.
Hi, I'm Melanie. I'll be. She would be a very, very comfortable beret.
Alright, yeah, hi, that's me. Hi, my name is Star, or Karina, if you know me in real life. And if Gatiara was a hat, she would be what is called an ushanka, which is basically the Russian ear flap hat that's just, where when it's cold, she'd be an earthy colored, orange, brownish, one of those.
And I'm Casey. I'm playing Voshin, and sort of semi-similar to Amy's character. Voshin would also be a beanie, except I don't feel like it's a really good beanie. I feel like it's a homemade one that has lots of love in it, and has just, the holes are a little bit too big, so if the wind is blowing, it doesn't actually keep you warm. I mean...
That is, complicated. And yes, I do apologize. I have not run into this before where my my input has only been the mic and not the... This is confusing. But I think we have solved the problem if my mic is on the whole time. So cool. Amy and Alex, if you wouldn't mind repeating your wonderful answers of the hat trick. Going back to Alex, I do apologize for the mic cutouts.
Okay, if Colin were a hat, he would be a pointy green cap, kind of like a nightcap, with a big yellow beak that can shrink its wearer down to a very small size. If they stand on a certain type of tree stump, a diminish cap, if you will.
My response was boo. As someone who has
and I said, "Get out!"
As someone who has played all of the Legend of Zelda handheld games, boo.
Get out! Yes, hello. I'm Amy. I play Sheba, and I think Sheba would just be a real cozy beanie. Cute little pom-pom. I mean, I firmly believe all beanies are hand knit, but that's because I knit them, so...
Good.
Can confirm, am cozy.
Excellent. So, for tonight, I will first need us to kind of decide where everybody's sleeping before we can kick off a few things. I don't think we had that quite settled last time.
I think it would
might
determine
have.
wherever Yaya would have carried.
Yeah, I know Colin and
Yeah, do we want to recap, Anna? It's been so long.
I know, right? Man. Let's see. Who could possibly have a recap for us before we dive into this marvelous story?
I mean, I said that we should have one, but that doesn't I have to go look at my notes. I was just saying, it's been a while. I don't remember.
I mean, it kind of sounds like someone has volunteered, right?
I mean, if we want to take my notes as a recap, let's see. Here we are. Man, was that back in May?
It might have been.
I think that was back in May. I'm just gonna double check and make sure we haven't had a game since then.
I think it was May
you all-
26th.
I have, I think it's...
23rd?
Close. I think it's May 29th.
Something?
I just want to double check. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is it. We, the players, are in Azure, the coastal port capital of Jobix in Katasa. And we have decided to stay the night at an inn called the Painted Fish, as pictured here. We are currently located in the Snow Globe Observatory that has some enchanted fish swimming around in it, hence the name of the inn. We discussed Naijo, who we discovered is actually the son of a high priest of Zorafina, whose family originates at the south coast. Yep, I actually don't have that many oh no, here's one. Meow meow, I worship the sun. Pretty sure that was Naijo's imitation of, Chiba, whenever we asked Naijo to play pretend as a cat in exchange for some sort of pet whenever we get him to his family. I think that was that. We sent a message requesting an audience with Naijo's family in the hopes that they are still here, as the political center is here in Azure. And there was, I think, some kind of meeting of the minds going on. I can't think of the word I'm looking for. That they might have been here in the city in attendance of, but that had just ended, so it's possible that they are no longer here. We also discovered that what otherwise would be called a London fog is actually called a Jobix fog. I do remember that at one point our dear Colin came into our dinner party with a ton of books stacked up as he started reading them. I have a quote from what I believe to be Surrey that says, "She assumes I won't oh, no, this is not Surrey. This is Skuradad. She assumes I won't already be there." Hashtag no context. And I do remember Yaya invited everyone in the morning to, she knew the best place to see the sunrise. And I know specifically that, I think everybody accepted the invitation, but I know specifically that Voshin definitely did, because I remember there was discussion of coffee. I do have a note that, Yaya was staying in Ariel's room, which I do believe is that green one. Let's see. We sort of discovered some backstory over the open fire with s'mores, where we are located in the observatory. Colin was in some trouble with a guild, and Surrey left with him. Voshin is here for Colin, but we all already knew that. Sheba is here to spread the light. And I don't know what "consider them rested" means, but that was the last or "consider them nested." That's probably what it is, because I think we nested Colin and Voshin together in a bunch of blankets because they fell asleep. And that's pretty much, we were all sort of breaking apart for the night as Voshin and Colin had fallen asleep.
See, that was an excellent recap. Thank you.
You're welcome. I took better notes than I thought I did.
Yay!
Yay! So
if I missed anything, please speak up. I know there were other moments that I totally missed, guys.
The only thing that I have that you didn't mention is that we got the cat drunk.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that. I ordered Yaya ordered people white Russians, and because there was a miscommunication between her and Voshin, she thought the milk was for Voshin, and it was not.
Nope.
Nope. Definitely got that cat drunk.
Mm-hmm.
All
Not on
right.
purpose. Please do not feed your cats the drink, the alcohols. We're not condoning that.
It seems like we constantly have to condone what we do and do not. It seems like we constantly have to clarify what we do and do not condone with cats on this stream.
Just because my character does something doesn't mean I would do that thing.
All right. Well, tonight we do have kind of a special turn of events, and so first, before we get into the game, where is everybody sleeping?
Wherever he gets put.
Yaya, where did you put Colin and Voshin?
Yeah, why would I put them anywhere? They look like they're comfortable right there. Put some pillows around them, threw a blanket over them. They'll be fine.
Alright. Colin and Voshin, unless you object, you both are in a pile of pillows in the conservatory.
Alrighty then.
It's kind of hard to object when I'm asleep.
Thinking that, but I wasn't gonna say it.
This
I think
is true.
It was more of unless you wake up and move yourselves.
Unless you-
That's where you're going to be.
Yes. And, well, Yaya, after putting those two in a more comfortable position or setting with the blankets, what room are you heading off to?
I'm probably not heading off to a room. Probably gonna gather up all of the things that we left in here and take them down to the kitchen.
Alright. Suri, what are you up to?
Going to get Nigel to bed. Nigel is still a small child who needs sleep. So, which room did Yaya take?
She would have gestured definitely, like when we went past, that the rooms that were kind of, that she knows are free are the ones that are all next to hers, and she would have gestured specifically at the green colored door, that is the one that she's staying in if you needed to come find her.
Cool. So, Suri will take the room across the hall and start trying to get Nigel to bed.
Wonderful. So, you're in this purple room then? Wonderful. Okay. And Sheba, where would you like to be for the evening?
I think she will also head in that direction, and given the choice between these two remaining rooms, I feel like the Uther room has the vibe.
Vibe is
She's gonna
important.
go in there.
Uther always has a vibe.
That's true.
All right. Then, with rooms assigned and Yaya heading downstairs, would you please roll initiative?
Excellent.
Good.
Starting out strong.
Good. I'm so glad. And
Great.
Oh, good. This all feels appropriate.
I'm glad that I'm starting out the night strong with a 2 on the die. Here we go.
You know what? Could have been worse.
Yeah, definitely could have been worse.
We're not in combat. Everything's fine.
Right.
uh-huh.
I'm giving
Yeah.
finger guns.
Totally
with my
not
camera,
in
but you can't see
combat.
it.
Everything's fine. No need to
Everything's
worry.
perfectly fine.
Please continue with your evening as planned.
Okay.
Nothing is wrong. Go back.
This is concerning.
There is nothing wrong with the painted fish.
Nothing is wrong with the painted fish.
No fish were harmed in the making of this Dungeons and Dragons.
No fish or cats. Must clarify.
That's right.
No
That's
fish
right.
or cats. Wonderful. So, each character will have their own opportunity to go on a mini adventure, if they choose. First up, we do have Colin. Colin, do you have something in mind, or would you like to take a chance and roll a dice? Die. One die? One. Yes.
I like the idea of taking a chance and rolling a dice.
All right. Would you please roll a 1d4? All right.
I would also like to make a change.
And break away.
Okay, that took me
I don't remember what song it was.
Oh no, I knew.
I'm embarrassed that did take me a second.
Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance, take a chance.
Okay. Colin, you wake up and you are next to Voshin with the blankets and the pillows and Nutmeg.
Mhm.
What you doing?
Is there anything going on which would draw me, or which would cause me concern?
Roll some perception.
Okay. That's gonna be a 21.
Yeah, there is some shadows being cast from the painted fish up above that with the lights from the fire can take on a certain menacing tone. And even though it is in the dark hours of the evening, it does seem like the activity of the day has not quieted down, and perhaps there is pacing outside the observatory.
Colin will take a minute to, nervously give Nutmeg some scritches, and then we'll attempt to surreptitiously get up without waking Voshin and go check on the pacing
Go check on the pacing.
in as stealthy of a manner as possible.
Okay, roll some stealth.
That is an 18.
All right, you feel very stealthy. Going out into the hallway, you see a lizard folk with a red coat pacing back and forth along the balcony. For our Twitch audience, here is his artwork a little bit closer for you. The creature is not taking any action other than pacing back and forth along the balcony.
Giving this creature a good looking at from my position, do I catch any bad vibes?
Vibe check, which would be insight.
It's going to be a 20.
This character has all of the markings of this is just about as bad of a person as you can meet. If you were alone in a dark alley, you would avoid them at all costs. But something tells you that is a perception and not a reality, and that this creature intends no harm.
And you said he is wearing a red coat, yes?
Yes.
Is it similar in nature to one I've already seen before?
It is.
Okay. And it is relatively dark out on the balcony, yes?
It is.
Alright. Colin will step out onto the balcony. A little shyly and quietly, but not trying to be silent anymore. And will close the door behind him with, enough noise that he's not going to scare anybody. But hopefully not wake his cat or his very good friend back in the observatory.
With the sound of the door closing, the creature stops pacing and leans against the balcony.
Is everything alright, Mr. Vilak?
Voak, you have mistaken me.
Oh, my apologies.
It is rather dark at night. It's an odd thing, is it not? One side of the world being dark.
Yes.
No sleep, but you are awake. Are you troubled?
I heard you pacing and wanted to come see if everything was alright.
Ah, I did not mean to wake you.
I tend to wake a few times in the night.
No. Nothing is wrong. But I am awake and it's a bit crowded in there.
In where?
The creature points to the bedroom where the rest of the crew is.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see you on the ship. My name is Colin. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr.
Hello, Colin.
And we'll hold out his hand to shake.
The creature will shake your hand. My name is Urith. You have not seen me on the ship, but I am there.
It's a pleasure.
If you say so.
Why haven't I seen you? That seems odd.
Do you scare easily, Colin?
Only when there's something that one should be frightened of.
Then perhaps you are not ready for this particular story, but one day you might be. What are you all doing off of the ship?
We have business in town.
Business. All right. Will you face many scary things on your business?
We might.
Pick a number. 1 through 10.
3.
Interesting. Why did you pick 3?
It's the people that left home with me.
2 people left home with me. 2 people are always with me. But you'll only see one of them. For facing scary things, Colin. Sometimes it is good to have a preview of what's to come. Do you think that would help?
Colin's going to wrap himself a little tighter in his cloak and nod. And while he is wrapping himself a little tighter in his cloak, he is gonna get a hand around his dagger.
Earth smiles and reaches inside his cloak. And from the red cloak, he withdraws a deck of cards. And says, some spirits can help, if you ask. But that can be frightening. But you may face something even scarier than what is in these. Would you like it?
How physically different is Earth from Voak?
It is...
Now that I'm up close.
Yeah, it is still dark, so give me another perception check, please.
Okay. That one was an 18.
Alright. So, whereas Voak looks, has purple scales and pink feathers, you see that Urith looks more like a true lizard folk. He has gray scales and instead of feathers has more of spikes that are a crimson color. His eyes, instead of being rounded and kind, are more sharp and slitted like a reptile's.
Are Chikori and the others safe?
It depends if they are doing something stupid or not. They are rarely safe. Are you safe?
I think that depends on whether you do something stupid or not.
You think I will harm you?
Could you repeat that? You cut out in the middle.
You think I will harm you?
I think you are quite intelligent.
This is true. I offer you a chance a look at the future. If you would like it. I intend you no harm.
I'll look.
Look on your own time, Colin. It is not for me to know. And Urth will hand over the deck of cards still in its package to Colin.
As Colin takes the deck, he is going to gently grab Urth's wrist and pull a card right there and look at it.
Alright. Roll a D100.
Mm. 36.
Okie dokie. Uno momento, por favor. Urth is going to look at you and kind of grin and say, "Was that necessary?"
Yeah.
And Colin, you have released a soul, and I need you to roll 2d10s for me.
Do their order matter?
Nope. I just
Okay,
need the
so
two
3
separate
and a
numbers. A 3 and a 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Urth looks around the room. Do you see anything different?
Colin ever so slightly tightens his grip on Urth's wrist and will take a look around.
Colin, you see nothing different.
No.
Well, then no answer tonight, but there is another soul roaming the world. What an interesting deck of cards that is. I hope you learn how to use it. Now.
Colin's tightens a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you know better never to make another one.
I did not make it. Are you going to release me now, child?
Colin will let go of Urth's wrist. And without turning his back on Urth, return to the observatory.
Urth will sit down with his legs crossed and his hands resting on his knees. And Colin, please mark that you now have Luba's Taroka of Souls. I will write that down in the chat for the spelling. And Colin, is it safe to assume that you are going back to sleep? Or is there anything else you would like to do?
I'd like to roll a constitution check to avoid exhaustion because there is no way Colin is going back to sleep tonight.
Constitution saving throw.
What's the DC?
12.
Okay, yeah. That's a fail.
Excellent. Please mark 1 point of exhaustion.
Yeah, and Colin's going to just like as aggressively nest as possible and like just have Nutmeg in his arms and not take his eye off the door until morning.
All right. And Votion, you can choose if you would like to awake while Colin is gone, or as Colin returns.
I feel that Votion would probably wake up after Colin's returned. Like, I feel like Votion's just a little bit of a hot sleeper, so like with the cat and Colin nearby, like he just wakes up and has to get out for some air.
Sure, absolutely. And Votion, did you have something in mind, or would you like to take a chance and roll?
D&D is all about battle with the dice. So
All right. Excellent. So, you said that you were hot and you had to get out, get some air?
Yeah.
So as you walk into the balcony area of the inn, do you have dark vision?
Think tieflings do, but I've
Okay,
never actually
think
played a
tieflings
tiefling.
do. Pretty sure tieflings have that dark
Tieflings
vision.
have 60 feet of dark vision.
I was gonna say, that sounds
Yes,
right.
that is in my character
Hey,
sheet.
dark vision is gonna come a thing. Yeah, here we go. So, you can see that there is indeed a lizard folk sitting in the dark with in crisscross applesauce. And as you are walking out, he looks up and looks at you.
Oh, goody. Did they run out of rooms?
No. What an odd thing to say.
Oh, I just didn't expect anyone else up at this time of night.
Oh, I'm always up at night. Are you not?
No, I'm very much a daytime person. See, I love playing my instrument, but people don't really appreciate that.
Oh? What instrument do you play?
Is it actually called a hurdy-gurdy in this world?
Yeah.
Okay. I play an instrument called a hurdy-gurdy. It's about this large, and he holds out his hand. It's back in the observatory.
People may not object to you playing an instrument, but perhaps they object to you playing that instrument.
That That is true. I've tried to make it sound like different. Maybe if I chose a little bit different. Or maybe a different song. And version gets like a real contemplative thought. Facial expression.
What are you doing here?
I was getting very warm, so I was going to step outside for a breath of fresh air.
Outside the inn?
Yes.
May I join you?
I guess. It would be nice to have some company.
It would. Are you from the same place that all of us are from, back in Lepkit?
I believe so. But you say us. Who's us?
Jacori, Narina, Francine.
Ah, you know the crew too?
I do.
How do you know them?
You seem skittish. Would that be an accurate statement?
No, I'm just not sure I'm with all my senses, having just woken up.
How I know the crew would be a story for when you are awake. It is not a bedtime story.
That's probably true. Having spoken with some of them before, I'm not sure that they have many stories that are good bedtime stories.
No. One day you should ask how they all met. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, I probably won't disturb them tonight, though.
Now, what other instruments have you tried enchanting that hurdy-gurdy to sound like?
Here. I've done a piano, the guitar. Those are my two favorite. I actually don't remember if I've done it.
Well, would you mind waiting out here for a moment?
Sitting out here? Well, that's what I came to do. So I guess not.
Excellent. I'll be but a moment. And Urith goes back inside the inn.
And Vershin's thinking to himself, it probably would have been a wise thing to go to the bathroom while I was up before coming outside.
I guess
Thinking
bushes.
That's what Earth's going to do.
Nature's toilet.
Excellent. So, probably about less than 10 minutes later, Earth returns, and he is carrying a small lyre. And he holds it out to Voshin. Why don't you try this? See if it plays well for you.
Roshan would take it and try to strum on it a little bit.
Roll performance.
Character sheet.
Excellent. You're able to either play a melody that you know or make up something on the spot that sounds pretty.
Yeah, for just testing it out, he's probably just going for a nice chord progression, not really picking out a melody, but just kind of like seeing how all the strings sound and messing with them together. Trying to play quietly because he's worried about disturbing these.
Voshin, have you used your musical talent to cast spells before?
Only like once or twice. It seems to be good.
Do you care to do an experiment with me?
What type of experiments?
Well, play a few chords. I know the names of them. And we'll see what happens.
So just like naming chords?
Yes. Sounds easy,
Okay.
does it not?
Yeah, I guess it's easy enough. So like, if I do a C, an A minor, C, A major, F, G7, and back to C.
Let's do that, but instead of switching from A minor to A major, let's just keep that all A minor. I think that will do quite nicely.
Okay.
So does Voshin play those chords as he spoke them?
Yeah.
Then Voshin casts Move Earth. And Urith grins. As, you know, the spell is accomplished. Well, that was quite impressive, Voshin. Would you like that?
Well, it felt very nice, but how do you know my name?
I've heard it.
Well, I guess if you know the crew, that works. Well, I think I've had about a good enough breath of air. Thank you for letting me use this. And he starts to hand the loop back.
Oh, I know plenty about the lyre, but I am no musician. It is better in your hands. Take it and use it well.
Well, if you're sure, thank you very much for the gift.
Of course. You might use it to soothe the soul of a young rogue. I think I gave him quite a scare.
So he did just get back. He can be a little skittish sometimes.
Just a tad.
Wait, thank you very much, and I'll make sure that I do good for you as you've done for me.
Much appreciated.
Don't know if Earth's going to need it or use it, but Voshin will go ahead and give Earth Bardic Inspiration
Excellent.
with those last words.
I will mark that down. And Voshin, please note that you have a lyre of building.
Building, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
It's in Tasha's. All right, and our is wow, Voshin is it's quick on his feet. Anything else you would like to do, or are you going back to bed?
Well, I assume that Voshin saw that Colin was definitely not asleep whenever he got up. If he's keeping
Decidedly
it
not.
back.
He was. Yeah, no, he is like eyes locked on the thing and like aggressively cuddling Nutmeg and leaning into the space that Voshin has left.
Yeah, so upon what Earth said and the look that Colin had on his face whenever Voshin got up to go, Voshin, after leaving the side of Earth, would probably get back to Colin in a fairly direct manner.
Excellent.
To make sure that Colin's alright. And if Colin's still looking at the place, Voshin will say, Colin, are you alright?
I had a meeting with someone I don't exactly trust.
You don't... May I ask who? I saw many people as I was walking through downstairs.
Lizard folk, about the same size as Mr. Voak, but not similar in the slightest in mannerism or profession.
He was much different than Black. He seemed good. Just... I'm not sure he knows how to socialize very well. But then again, I mean, look at us. We don't necessarily do that either very well.
Colin gets out the deck. He gave me this deck of playing cards that has souls trapped in it. People's souls.
Oh. And Voshin will now look much more uncomfortable, decide not to say anything about the loot.
Fair. It's a fair choice.
Well, you do need to get some sleep tonight. If you would like, I can watch for you while you sleep.
I don't think I'd be able to sleep anyway. But I appreciate it, Motion.
Well, I hope you have... I don't know if it'll be a good night, but... Version would stay up for a little bit and try to comfort Colin, even though it won't work and the Version will sleep.
Fair enough. So, Sheba. Hello.
Meow.
Meow. Sheba, you have a unique opportunity tonight to, either do something that you have had planned out, or do you want to take a chance with the dicey dice?
I would love to take a chance with the dicey dice.
Roll a d4.
That's a 1. I apologize.
Okay.
I broke the streak.
That's fine. Give Earth a break. From Christmas time, apparently. That's fine. Okay. So, Sheba. These names are killing me, guys. You,
Yes.
what layer did I put these on? Okay, cool. Let's see. How light of a sleeper is Sheba?
Pretty light, but she goes back to sleep very easily. So, like, she wakes up pretty quickly, but then is like, no, I'm gonna roll into another stupid position and go back to bed.
Okay.
Every cat ever.
So,
Eggnog every morning.
Meow, meow.
meow, meow. Meow. So, Sheba,
Now,
you hear some knocking at your door.
And
someone gently rapping?
knocking at my chamber door.
Yes.
Considered.
So she will, sit up. And do these doors have peepholes?
They do not.
Okay. She is going to very gingerly open the door and see who's there.
A over 7 feet tall Leonin is standing at your door, whose artwork I will pull up for the Twitch peeps and then drop in the channel, for you all too. And you do recognize this as somebody who was at the inn earlier in the evening, eating dinner at one of the tables.
This was who Minklaw was avoiding like the plague, right?
Yes, it was indeed who Meanclaw was avoiding like the plague.
Excellent. Hi.
Hello.
Can I help you?
Do you fight?
When I have to, yeah.
That is an unfortunate choice.
Sorry.
Thank you.
You notice that over this Leonin's shoulder is a great sword, as tall as she is. Or as long as she
Not
is,
a
rather.
mediocre sword.
It is a
But a
great
great
sword.
Do you fight?
Frequently.
That is an unfortunate choice.
Do you win?
Frequently.
That is an unfortunate choice.
No, that's the correct choice.
You're in the room with the yellow door.
Yeah, that's true.
I fight the person in the room with the yellow door.
Oh! Says who?
I fight the person in the room with the yellow door.
Yeah, I heard you the first time. Alright, okay. I gotta get... I'm in my jammies, alright?
You must
Can I get
always be prepared for battle, little cat.
Listen, big cat. I've had a long week. I've been on the ocean. I've seen some things. I just wanted to not be wearing my... Actually, no, I dropped my armor off at the... Yeah. This is gonna be a problem, isn't it?
You are not ready for battle? You do not have your armor?
It's being enchanted so that I can be better in future battles.
You are not prepared for present fight.
I am not. I am sorry.
The cat will look very disappointed and set down her sword and extend her claws. Creatures
Ow.
like us do not need weapons or armor.
I mean, you're absolutely right. And she kind of like, Wolverines.
You are staying in the room with the yellow door.
Are we supposed to fight in the room with the yellow door? Are we supposed to take this elsewhere? Because there's people sleeping, I think.
Ah, that would be rude. Come with me. And
Yeah,
the cat
alright.
walks off.
She's gonna follow, but she's also gonna insight check. Like, I am assuming that genuinely she just wants to fight me, but like, are there, in fact, other nefarious things happening?
Yeah, insight check.
Oh, good. That's a great roll. I love that roll. That's a 12.
Excellent. With a 12, you can tell that she is bound and determined to fight whoever is staying in the yellow room.
That's, yep. Alright.
Called it.
Roll initiative, please.
Sorry, I had to make sure that I didn't have my shit equipped. Okay, that's an 11 for initiative.
Excellent. Oh, I already
But
have
are
it.
you in the room with the yellow door?
Not currently.
Then we don't have to fight.
Loophole!
And no one else was in the room
Where it happened.
Oh gosh. In the room
I want
where
to
it
be in
happened.
the room.
Cool. Well, Farlas got, 1. Cool. Cool.
Can we
It's great.
can we go ahead and give Karina inspiration for that?
true bard.
Sorry.
I mean-
that is in fact what I am.
Hashtag real life bard. So.
Hashtag I usually have my mic muted.
For this reason.
Yep, basically, so I don't just kind of bleh everything that comes to mind.
So, Sheba, you get to go first. What in the world are you doing?
Sweetie, why did you... The one
room, listen. She's gonna start off politely, with a
Politely.
meow.
meow.
She's gonna meow.
Just a claw attack.
Just a claw attack.
Not trying to go too deep, but just like a little, like, you know, a pat, pat, pat.
Friendly claw attack.
You're in my space. Pat, pat.
Okay. Cool.
And that's gonna be a 22 to hit.
Oh, that is a hit. Dang.
So it was a good roll. For all of 3 damage.
She takes that damage. And she nods.
Respectable.
Yeah. So then she is going to get this kind of glare in her eye. And you get the feeling that she is quite angry.
Aha!
And she is going to also slash at you with her claws. And I am guessing, does an 18 hit?
It sure does.
Okay. So then that is 6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to swipe with her other claw. But I am guessing that a 9 does not hit.
A 9 does not hit.
Okay, so miss on that second swing there. And that is all she do.
Okay. So then Sheba is gonna take another swipe.
Attack roll. Oh, it is disconnected. Oh. Come back. Okay, am I back now?
Yes.
Yeah, you're
Okay,
back now.
did you hear any of what I said?
Not a word.
Okay, excellent. Okay, cool. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Wonderful. So, with that, she is actually going to quack like a duck, and
I forgot about that.
and that attack is just going to roll off of her like water off a duck's back, and she's going to use she's going to impose disadvantage on that. So please try again.
So should I roll twice again? Because this
Was the second one
Okay.
higher?
the second one was higher.
Well, then fine.
So she's
So it does
gonna.
hit.
Okay, she takes 5 damage, but she's raging, so probably half that.
What?
And then with her bonus action, Sheba is going to cast a spiritual weapon. And now that she's been inspired, It's gonna look like a rubber duck. And the rubber duck is just going to appear right here.
Okay. Oh, hold on now.
Take it back now, y'all.
One hop this time.
2 hops this time.
Sorry.
Uncrack, left quack.
Waddle real smooth.
Yes.
Well,
Which immediately, unfortunately, in my head goes into waddle baby, waddle baby, waddle baby, waddle. Because this
I
is.
apologize that I'm always sending you on quests for increasingly strange spiritual weapon items.
I'm like, all right, well, we're gonna get a spiritual weapon up in here.
Yep. And because you're allowed to attack with it when you summon it, she's gonna try and just peck her on the head with the duck.
Okay.
And that's a 22 to hit.
She is again gonna start quacking at this duck and impose disadvantage on that.
And that is a 14.
Well, that still hits.
And the duck quacks back harder.
Duck quacks back.
Quacks so hard that she takes
Meanwhile-
6 damage
The entire inn is waking up
to a quack fight.
nopses
The quack off.
as there's a quack
Quack
showdown.
Does Colin hear this upstairs?
I mean, roll perception.
He is awake. This is true.
Yeah.
Wasn't he staring out there?
So,
Just
that's a natural
staring.
20.
Yeah,
They're just like hearing all of these.
How much concern does this cause Colin?
It's dead silent. And then he hears some rare, and then he starts hearing some quacking.
I was going to become exceedingly concerned. And
I
go
actually have a
investigate.
question, Anna.
Yes?
Does Farlost genuinely quack, or does she simply say quack?
I think she literally says quack.
Okay, I was just checking because I was pretty sure that was my instinct, that she
Oh.
was just like quack, quack, but very barbarian ragey.
Yes. Definitely. So, as Farlost is quacking at this duck and at Sheba, and it doesn't seem to be having any effect, she is just kind of overwhelmed at the power of this being, and she is going to take a knee in front of Sheba and this massive duck and say, I did not know you knew the way, the totem of the duck.
This is everything I'd ever dreamed and more.
Listen, I mean this very seriously when I say I can't lie to you. I don't know what any of that means.
You do not possess ductimic attunement?
I repeat,
Karina, please do not die.
I don't know what any of that means.
You are not here to help raise money for the duck pond?
I'd love to raise money for the duck pond. That sounds very pleasant. No, I'm just here to spread the light.
Well,
The duck starts glowing a little bit.
Well, the way I see it, the duck, this brood array of noble beasts, bestow their ancient lessons onto the barbarians who choose to bind to their strength and their animalistic essence. My clan has done so and are seeking to build a duck pond for the duck.
One duck in particular, or just the ducks more broadly?
Only one duck has visited us, but we think more may come if we had a duck pond.
I see. Duck recruitment. I like your style.
Alex would like to interject, obviously not Colin, but I must know, are the ducks in fact mighty?
There is no other kind of duck than mighty.
I'll see myself out.
But
Would you say that life is like a hurricane?
there are many tales of them throughout the lands. But
Yeah, I am new to these lands, and perhaps new to your ducks in particular. But I will keep an eye out for them. Do you want some funds for your duck pond? I would be happy to contribute.
If you contribute, that would be a great generosity. Though I am sure you have quests of your own, through your own powers or demands, I know not, but I no longer wish to fight the one in the yellow room, as clearly you know the duck.
Uh-huh.
But instead, I extend an arm to you in peace, little one.
All right. Claws back in. She will reach out to do the handshake. She's got to reach up a little bit because there's like a 2-foot height difference between them.
Excellent. She will also, claws sheathed, extend and shake and say, "My name is Farlost."
I'm Sheba. It's nice to meet you. And fight you, I suppose. And talk about ducks. All the nice late night duck conversation.
Yes. Talking about ducks is always a quacking good time.
I'm so delighted. I have nothing to say.
Farlost will then bow. Go.
Sheba will bow back.
That's the duck. That's not
That is the
Farlost
duck.
moving. And go retrieve her greatsword and walk back and say, "I will be staying at this inn for some time. Should you need assistance in battle, you may call upon my sword. I will come with it, of course, but we can fight."
What do we call your sword?
Yeah. All right. Far lost.
Sheba.
Good night. Sleep well if you sleep.
Sleep well to you, too, if you sleep, that is.
I'm watching you, Far lost. Always watching. But she's not. In fact, she's going back into her room with a duck on her trail.
By the way, as a side note to our wonderful stream, Farlost was one of the options for the speed dating game. Oh, how that would have gone.
Would have been a time.
It would have been a delight.
Oh, gosh.
You sit in the yellow chair. I fight you now. I have been told there will be a great battle
Gosh.
called dating.
So, because of the fight, I have, of course, deleted the turn order, but I believe it was Yaya and then Suri. I say with a squeaky voice.
We actually were good players and stuck it in the chat. So,
oh my gosh, look at these good players.
Yes. I think that's right.
It was indeed Yaya and then Suri. 5 and then 4.
Oh my gosh. You guys, look at this. You're amazing.
We did a good, guys.
Look at us being responsible.
You did it good, guys. Wonderful. So, Yaya, would you like to choose your own adventure, or are you rolling with the dice?
I mean, Yaya already had a plan, so we're gonna go with that plan, which
Wonderful.
was she, after nesting the boys, she will pick up all of the items that Minky had brought, and will with them, and presumably Dylan is still in her dreadlocks on her head somewhere.
Sure.
You know, it's whatever. He's welcome to come along. She's not gonna actively remove him if he's just like on her head. So yeah, she'll probably have taken and picked up all of the trays and things at some point during this time, and we'll just bebop-a-loo baby downstairs. Is Minkwa actually at the bar at this time?
Yes.
Yaya will just say, "Hey, Minky," and then continue walking with trays unless stopped towards the door. I think it was this door that leads to the kitchen.
Yes.
Okay, I was like, I think I remember Mink's room was beyond the kitchen, because I think.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I didn't think it was like
way
Mink,
beyond the
then
kitchen.
Kitchen, it was kitchen first. So yeah, Yaya's just gonna be like, absolutely make herself at home and walk with trays into the kitchen.
And Minkla will just wait. What are you doing
Excuse me,
there?
pardon me.
Wait,
I'm taking him into the kitchen, Minky.
yeah,
We
you
finished.
no, you are a guest here. What are you doing?
I'm taking trays into the kitchen.
Well,
You
yes.
don't let me pay for my room, and she says it slightly louder and stares
No.
over at Skuradad. You don't let me pay for my room, so I
No,
help out when I can.
You are paying customers.
Thank you.
No, this is not.
Walking into the kitchen.
Screw that. I did not say that. What? Yeah. And Minkla will rush after her into the kitchen.
Absolutely, that's totally allowed. Yaya's looking around for a place to, presumably, some place to put the things that they didn't necessarily finish. Not necessarily the trash, but like if they have some place where, they place food that hasn't been touched, if they do that. I don't know if they do. The waitress in me is like, you just throw it out, and then I'm like, Yaya wouldn't just throw it out. She might try and find, like, if there's to-go boxes or something, a bag to put in the extra food that we had.
Yeah.
She'll do that.
You can clearly see that whatever food is not eaten by the patrons, that Minkla definitely snacks on. He's they're not too picky about foods, but also they have livestock and things like that, so they save it for that too.
Okay, so like a crate or you know,
Yeah.
something like that they put discarded food or whatever that isn't necessarily the trash. She would initially begin doing that.
So
You put.
Minkla is going to come up to Yaya and take the plates from her in such a way that the question is, are you going to try to hold on to the plates?
Absolutely not.
Excellent.
However, as soon as the plates are taken from her, she will then start taking food off of the plates and putting as Mink is holding them, just being like, "Oh, thank you," and has two hands.
No, yeah. And Minklaw, with his, 7'4" self, will hold the plates up above Yaya's head.
What?
You are a guest. You are here to rest and relax, and not to do the work.
And I done that. I rested and I relaxed, and I didn't do the work, and so now I'm helping out.
But why aren't you asleep? Or the bed's not comfy?
I wasn't tired, Minky. There was still some work to do.
Well, there's always work to do.
Aye.
Well,
that's why I wasn't asleep yet.
But then you never sleep.
Aye.
But you sleep at some time. You have to.
She makes the "do I though" face.
Yeah.
Minky.
They are clearly flustered.
I'm offering to assist. What's the harm in that?
It's rude. For me?
It's rude. Oh.
It's rude for me.
Why is it rude for you? She looks, her expression has, changed. Insofar as, not that she hadn't considered that before, but that at bringing it up, she's, softened her, I'm not gonna say that she was aggressively helping, but just sort of, where before she might have reached a hand up to, as he's, as they're, pulling them away, would have still been helping. She'll lower that hand down and be looking up at them.
Well, you are a guest, and my job is to make sure that you are good. And that normally is not you helping in the kitchen. No. Not normal. No.
Yaya will, look at Minklaw very seriously and go, "But Minky, what if you helping me is me helping out?"
Come again?
Yaya will hold her hands up for one of the plates. What if it's helpful for me to help out you?
Are you trying to confuse me?
No, I mean every word. Well, if I like helping people out, Minky.
So... you won't feel bad?
No.
You won't think we're doing you a disservice?
Heavens no, Minky. You've worked so hard. The least I can do is help you. If you want help. Now, if you don't want help, Minky, you can just tell me and I won't help. But I don't, and it's fun. And I like you.
Huh. Well, when you put it that way, doesn't sound so bad. And Minklaw...
Truthfully, Minky, if I didn't want to help, I wouldn't.
That is true. You pretty much do not do anything that you do not want to do.
The absolute shit-eating grin accompanied by an eye.
You're Lollak Squeezed.
I'm not. What makes you say that?
He doesn't want to do a lot of things.
Yaya will laugh. No, really. Tell me something I don't know, Minky.
My favorite flower is tulips.
Just an expression, Minky. But I'll take note of that.
They're very nice. They don't smell like anything, though. Not to me.
Yaya will be reaching up for one of the platters, assuming that Minklaw has started to, lower one.
Yes. Minklaw... Minclaw has begun to lower a platter, and we will pick up this interaction after our 10-minute break.
Hey.
So, while we love our cast, we also want to hear it for the crew. And for this session, we deeply appreciate the artwork of Danielle Skaggs, aka Sixty on DeviantArt, for bringing a host of our NPC characters to life. Halo Foster on Etsy for the creation of the Jupiter siblings. We've also included various arts from the interwebs. If you like what we like and would like to know where we got it, let us know. Then you'll know what we know, and we'll all be in the know of what we like. We'll be right back to the adventure in just a few minutes at 8:43 p.m. Central Time. See you soon!
I'm here, but I'm...
Hello. The void
Just
answers.
me and my popsicle. So I'm muted, so no one hears my popsicle noises.
I want to eat my popsicle. I want to eat my pop.
Popsicle! Popsicle!
Popsicle. Anyway.
Oh my.
Welcome to my brain. There's room for everybody in here.
There's room for all. Fabulous, fabulous.
I'm gonna really wonder what this quote is later when I look back at my notes.
Which quote?
What, the one that just says popsicle?
I want to eat my popsicle, but I put I put a pair of eighth notes next to it, so I probably will figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
Knowing me, knowing you.
You could always add a stick figure with the Freddie Mercury pose.
That might be within my art range, yes.
That might be within the art range.
And it would definitely be conclusive, like...
Usually the symbol of a pair of eighth notes next to something that I've written is indicative of some sort of tune.
Yes.
Typically a parody, if we're being honest, because it's me.
Nothing wrong with that.
Let's see. It is 8:44. Let's see. We have. Amy, are you back?
That's the one that's eating the popsicle.
Oh, the popsicle. Oh,
Yes,
sorry,
it's
sorry,
melting
sorry.
faster than I
Sorry,
can eat it.
sorry. Melanie, are you back?
Yep, I'm here.
Yay! Okay. Well, then we will go back to Yaya and Minklaw. Minklaw has finally acquiesced to your request and has allowed Yaya to help with the cleaning of the dishes.
There will be a question that occurs as they are, cleaning dishes, since Skurdad was in fact brought up, and she'll look contemplative and go, Minky, I never did ask, how did someone like you end up with a satyr like that?
Well, what do you mean?
How long have you known Skurde?
Oh, time means it's a little different from me having been a mountain. But after I worked as a guard in Brangovia, when I came down over here, ran into this guy trying to build up an inn, and he had a help wanted sign, and well, I can help, and he gave me a
And
job.
a very good help you are too, Minky.
Yeah. But he likes a lot of things, really peculiar.
There's not nodding. Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't like more things that I knew a person couldn't like. But I kind of like knowing that what is and is not, and as long as I know those things, I can work with them pretty well.
You do a pretty good job working with someone like that, Minky.
Yeah, he's a little odd.
Aye, that's putting it mildly.
If you say so. But when I go into most of the places here, they're kind of afraid of me. But Squirt Dad wasn't afraid. And that made me feel nice.
I can't. Yaya genuinely looks. I guess confused is probably the best word. Because she says, "I can't imagine why anybody'd be scared of you, Minky." Like genuinely, like taken aback by that statement.
Well,
You're very nice. That's all I'm saying. People can't see that when they look at you. Well, they aren't worth the time of day.
Well, I am very nice, and they would normally talk to me, but when I kind of told them where I was from, and they didn't really like that.
That you're from Brangovia.
Yeah, and I'm from Rangovia, and that I used to be a mountain.
And are you saying that I used to be a mountain?
Yes.
That's what I thought you had said.
Used to be a mountain, is what Mean Claw is saying.
Yeah, the other thing though, is that typical that people are suspicious of people from Brangovia? I can't remember.
Not particularly.
So it's probably not so much the from Brangovia part as it is Minklaw stating that they used to be a mountain.
If Yaya had to guess, then it would probably be that, Minklaw's telling people that, that they used to be a mountain.
Go ahead.
No, just that,
Okay, I mean, I guess insight check when Minklaw, like, asserts that a second time. Yeah, I think she wouldn't. The first time she's just like, and then Minklaw says it again and she's like, wait, did I hear that right? She actually trained in that. Oh, here we go. Whee! Oh, good. So that total is a 4. So yes, Yaya definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Insight.
A mountain.
Yeah, Minklite 1000% believes what he's dishing out, and there's no reason to believe that Minklaw is not from that he did not used to be a mountain.
Yep. Yeah. Fabulous. Which, like, that seems par for the course anyway. Like, why wouldn't you believe what Minklaw says, if Minklaw asserts that Minklaw was a mountain? So, in which case, Yaya kind of tilts her head and goes, so, did people call you Minklaw when you were a mountain?
Well, no. When I was a mountain, I was just part of the mountain range.
Oh, so they didn't have a name for you or anything that you know of?
No, not that I recall. But no, I just woke up, and climbed out of the mountain as a fearbog, and, started walking around.
Out of the mountain as a furbolg? I can't remember how to pronounce that word, but yes.
Furbolg. Is this any better?
Nope. Barely.
Keep talking.
Okay. I'm going to...
We are holding on.
Yeah.
Please
Hold on. Let's see. It's either going to stabilize or lose me completely. Is that better?
Oh, it sounds better.
Yeah, you stabilized there, I think.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
But I heard climbed out of a mountain.
Yes.
And was a furbog.
Yeah. Then Mean-Claw will say, yeah, I climbed out of a mountain, and pretty soon I knew I was Mean-Claw, and that I was a Fearwolk, and then I just kind of figured the rest out. And still, yeah. But no, when I was part of the mountain, then I was part of the mountain.
That's fascinating, Minky. I've never been a mountain myself.
Oh,
I've been called that before, but not actually.
oh, well, if you have a chance, I would say go be a mountain for a while.
It seems like it might be very enlightening.
But I think, it's, people do sing a lot of songs about the mountains. I find it enlightening for me. I like the songs, but maybe that's why people were afraid, do you think?
Yaya gives Mean-Claw a slightly assessing look up and down and says, you know, it might also be because you're pretty tall, now that I think about it.
Really?
Says the dwarf. Who, when looking Mean-Claw up and down, has to look up and down.
Then, does that mean people are not afraid of you?
Yaya will definitely... But, I'm certain that being short helps. Yeah, the tiniest Final Fantasy. Like, just absolutely tickled pink by, that comment.
Huh. So, people might be afraid of me because I am tall, but they are not afraid of you because they are short?
Well, they're not afraid of me at first because I'm short, yeah? Sometimes people, first of all, people, can be scared of things they don't understand, Minky. One look at me, I'm not difficult to understand.
Oh, so then they're afraid of Squirrelad.
Yaya actually does something similar to what I just did, which was try not to laugh again. I suppose that's possible.
He is very hard to understand.
I think anyone worth their salt who looks twice at you won't be afraid.
No, I would hope not. But, but one day, hopefully I will return to the mountains. I mean, they remember and they know mountains are very, very deep and they have memories to hold. And, I'd like to think that I can go back someday. But I like it here now.
Well, that's good, Minky. We like having you here.
Oh, I like being here.
And if you ever turn back into a mountain, I'll be sure to visit you.
Oh.
I imagine being a mountain would be kind of lonely.
It wasn't lonely. It was lonely until all those little creatures showed up.
They're continuing to wash dishes. And what creatures would those be? Okay.
Oh, I don't know. They just started kind of pecking at the mountain. I think that's what woke me up.
Definite laughter at that.
Might wake others up. I don't know. But the mountain did not like it.
Confused face, but, I'd never thought about it that way, Minky.
Like what?
Well, I come from the mountains myself, and, there are what we would call resources found in the mountains that are very useful.
Oh?
Aye, can help with survival and the like. But I wouldn't have thought extracted it from the mountain that the mountain would have had feelings about that.
Well, did you ask?
Well, no.
That seems kind of rude.
I don't know that I ever thought a mountain could have feelings, Minky. Truth be told.
I'll pass that along.
It's just very... I suppose you could. I don't think much of anybody thinks that the mountains have feelings. Well, maybe the shaman, but, certainly not anyone like me.
Because if the mountains knew you weren't doing it on purpose, maybe they wouldn't be so angry.
I'm still stuck on the fact that mountains have feelings, Minky. Sorry, I got a little lost there.
Oh.
You think if we asked the mountain, they wouldn't mind, though?
Oh, I don't know. I've left the mountain now.
Fair enough. Thank you for letting me help. That's very kind of you.
Kind of me? Well, you're
Aye.
the one helping.
I suppose, but the conversation's good too. And that's all you.
Aye, the conversation is very good. Aye. As Minka tries to imitate Yaya's accent.
I'm pretty sure she definitely also begins laughing good-naturedly, realizing what Minky's doing. This is something that she would have been doing sort of in the midst of this, but are there actually any tulips anywhere in the kitchen? Or have there been any tulips, like, anywhere within the painted fish at all?
There are not.
Okay. Mental note for later.
Mental note for later. There is now a sub-quest.
Yep.
Excellent. Well, be sure to be thinking about what you and your friends up there want for breakfast. It's still quite a few hours away, but we'll be happy to make whatever you all need.
That's very kind of you, Minky. I personally am a fan of Chef's Choice. And she'll give him a pat on the arm.
Oh, thank you.
You always make good ones.
Most of the time. I don't serve the bad ones.
Nodding. Very wise, Minky. Though I can't imagine a bad one from you.
Thank you. And all of the dishes and all of the food have definitely been cleared from the counter by now.
Excellent. Before, I mean, she'll, excuse herself from, Minkla, and she will, before, closing the scene, I suppose, ask, well, I mean, she'll go over to Skurdad, and ask about, the message that they sent, if they've gotten an answer yet.
Ugh, yeah. Why are you not asleep?
I don't sleep, Scary. I told you that.
I've seen you sleep.
Yeah. Is gonna say something and then snaps her lips shut and just looks at Scurry for a moment. That may be true, but I don't sleep if I don't have to.
Well, I have sent the courier, and they had returned saying that they delivered the message. Whether or not we will receive a response, we should know by the morning. But the family had already gone to bed by the time the courier got there.
Nod.
They will receive your message, and I will let you know what they say. Or they may send a courier of their own. You can never tell with these diplomatic people.
More nodding. Slightly more vigorous nodding. Tell me about it.
I think I just did.
Slight deflate. I thank you, Scary. I appreciate it.
De nada, no hay de qué.
If Dylan is not with Yaya, Yaya will collect Dylan. And go over to the corner and pull out her pipe. Actually, that is a question, because Yaya would know this. Do they allow smoking in the paintfish?
There are magical ventilation systems that allow for pipe usage and for any smokes to only disturb the person using the smokes. So
excellent.
This was not true until Yaya stayed at the painted fish.
Well, I mean, I would smoke outside. I have no problem with that. So I suppose Yaya at this point would know that is a thing. In which case, she will make herself comfortable on some pillows nearby and pull out her pipe.
Fabulous. Then with that, we will go over to Surrey. And Surrey, would you like to have Okay, one moment. Let's see. Let's see. Will it let me do the thing? Come on. Ooh. It's gonna get mad. Come on. Aha! Hello!
Yeah.
She's back.
Okay, so silly interwebs. Suri, would you like the choose your own adventure, or are we rolling some dice?
Let me. I'm gonna roll dice. Why not?
Yes.
Roll a 3. Roll a 3. You also get to.
Excellent.
Forlust comes up to the
The blue room.
So I have changed to blue room.
As it turns out, I am colorblind.
After all, I am a cat.
Excellent, excellent.
But speaking of cats, I mean children. Has Suri been able to successfully wrangle the child to sleep?
Roll animal handling.
Is it child handling, technically?
I mean,
He's
the same
in
thing.
a cat form, so it's gonna be some animal handling.
Children are cats. I mean, children are animals.
That would be a dirty 20.
Oh
He's
yeah.
not a cat.
Come on now. We have one more hour of the stream. Don't fail me now. Your connection to the internet has been gone. No. No, come on. Come on, little guy. You can do it. Me. Me.
That.
Oh, you're talking about like
Oh,
alligator.
am I back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm like, come on, internet. You just have an hour left to behave. Like, less than an hour. You can do it.
No.
Oh,
Straight struggling.
oh man. It's getting worse. It's getting worse. Okay. But yes, the kitten child has been successfully lulled to sleep. And all is well and good in the Naijo world. That is good.
Well, that was primary concern for Suri, making sure that the ye old child got to bed.
You young child.
So otherwise she's going to start settling in for sleep because boy has it been a week or however long they've been traveling.
He ran away.
Oh man.
Am I still here? Can you hear
Two
me?
sentences out and then just do like leave the call and come back in.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Nope.
Hi. No, you
That
can't.
is a.
Why can't you hear me?
Oh,
Okay, well,
We can now.
We can hear you.
Oh my gosh. Like my little green dots lighting up and everything. Oh my. Okay. Let's try this. Wait, now I can't hear anybody.
Well, that's because
Oh.
Okay, because you're not talking. Okay, okay.
we're hoping that you could get through the next hour.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So yes, Suri, you're able to sleep for quite a few hours. It is all good and all well in the world. Yay! And, I need to be on the right layer. Yes, I do. Baha! Could you roll a perception check for me, please?
Absolutely. That is a 19.
Wonderful. So you hear some kind of lively arguing coming from downstairs. You definitely recognize Squirrydad's voice, and there's also a feminine voice.
How loud is this not so friendly arguing?
Squirrydad is a bit difficult to hear. The feminine voice is quite loud, and you hear her say, "What do you mean the rooms are full? Your light is on." And Squirrydad kind of trying to calm her down.
So she'll leave her room. Can she see anything from this balcony? Does it overlook the area down here at all?
Yes, the balcony does overlook.
Can she observe anything from up here?
Yeah, from up there, she can see Yaya chilling on her pillows with Dylan. She can see the lion that Meanclaw was avoiding with the Dragonborn and a human. Meanclaw bustling in and out of the kitchen, but also Squirrydad at the front desk with someone who did not come in to the inn before. And this is what looks like a human girl, kind of rough and ready, outdoorsy, with teal clothing and face painting. I put her image up for our Twitch peeps, and I will now drop it into the Discord. Whoops. The image is too powerful, so I will take a snippet of it.
So Suri would know that they're not using all the rooms, right?
Yes, that is a fair
Okay.
extrapolation.
Would she know which ones they are definitely not using?
The doors are all ajar, unless they have been occupied. So it's pretty easy to go and look in and see what's occupied, what's not.
Cool. So, knowing with that information, she's gonna start heading down to the lobby to try to hopefully defuse the situation before anyone else wakes up.
So Squirrydad is kind of holding up his hands, saying, "See, the rooms are booked for the night. We can keep your lizard in the stables if you wish." And she says, "Fine. I don't need a room. I can sleep with him." And Squirrydad is looking kind of more and more frazzled. It in the stables. No, that will not work. And he notices Suri come up. Sorry, is there anything that we can do to help you, ma'am?
Well, we're not using all the rooms, so if she needs a room, we're not using them all. I know Boshin kind of booked all of them, but we definitely have at least one available.
the yelling girl kind of crosses her arms and looks at Scurrydad. Looks like your customers know more than you. And Scurrydad kind of taps his foot. Says, sí, gracias, Suri. If the rooms are not all taken, we would be honored by your patronage, of course. Who is booking the room?
Well, didn't we book them? Didn't Ocean already arrange for everything for us?
Sí, of course. It is too late for this. Yes.
If anything, we can sort the rest out in the morning, right?
Roll persuasion?
That's a 24.
So, Scurrydad nods. And says, of course. Suri, you are right. It is too late to argue over such trifles. Señorita, enjoy your stay at the the painted fish. Good night. And he walks away mumbling something about locking the doors after midnight.
Sounds like Scurrydad needs some tea.
Honestly, Yaya almost would wave him down and have him come also
It's like-
smoke what's in her bag for a bit.
That was
Like,
so-
sweetie, you need some of what's in here.
Oh, Scurrydad's
goods.
done. Scurrydad's done.
Well, we've got that sorted out at least, right?
I guess.
It was just a misunderstanding. If you want, I can show you which rooms we're not using.
Fine. I already set my lizard up in the stable anyway, so he should be fine. Yeah. Are the rooms on the ground floor?
No, they're upstairs. You want me to show you how to get there?
Yeah. Why not? And Gage will, oh, you don't know her name yet, but her name is Gage, and she will pull out a rod from her belt and extend it to a white cane. I've never been here before. If you don't mind, just take the crook of my elbow and walk aside me normally.
Okay. And Suri will do so.
Is he normally that rude?
He is a little abrasive, but it was just a misunderstanding. One of the members of the group I'm with booked all the rooms thinking we would need them all. He didn't realize that a couple of our companions were together.
So did you... I mean, is your whole party here?
Well, I would think that most of them are asleep right now.
Right. Look, I've been traveling all day and probably not in the best of moods. So I know you're just trying to be nice.
Well, sounds like some rest is in order, right?
I guess.
Has Yaya responded at all to any of this?
I mean, we're just gonna say no.
In which case, he is just gonna keep helping walk alongside this stranger who she does not know to the stairs to get to the rooms upstairs.
Excellent.
So, what brings you here so late?
Well, just took a while to get here. This was the only place that was open, and I needed to stop falling off of Crowther, so pulled in for the night. Did I make it to Azura at least?
Yes, you did. You're at the Painted Fish.
Alright. Well, as long as I at least made it to town, that'll make shopping easier.
So once they're at the stairs, she would make mention that they are, in fact, at the stairs, and slowly start walking up said stairs.
Okay. Gage will move a bit slower up the stairs, but she keeps up, moving the white cane before she goes to each next step. What's your name again?
My name is Suri, and what's yours?
Gage.
It's nice to meet you, Gage.
Nice. Are you sure about that?
Well, after some rest and after some breakfast, probably. The food here is very good.
Oh? What have you liked?
Well, everything. Minkla, the chef here, makes very good tea, and the food we had for dinner was excellent. Even the things that I didn't eat looked very nice.
Well, that doesn't sound half bad. I do appreciate your help. Really. I would have just snuck in the stables all the same, but it's best not to tick too many people off my first night.
And it sounds like you could benefit from a night's rest in a real bed.
I prefer the stars. If not the stars, at least Crowther's company.
Suppose that's fair.
Yeah.
She would know this room is open, right?
Yes, it is. It is ajar.
So, Suri will kind of lead Gage over to that room. We're not using this room here. So if you're welcome to use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I will.
It's just right across from the stairs, so be careful in the morning.
That was about 10 paces, wasn't it? Sorry, you probably weren't counting. That's my job. But yeah, I'll be careful.
Is there anything else that you might need tonight? I could run back downstairs and see if Minkla's awake and get you something to eat.
Oh. gosh, I'm fine. I have everything I could need in my pack if I get hungry, but like you said, I should probably crash. Did I wake you up?
She's not gonna answer that.
Alright. Sorry, Suri.
No, it's all right. I'm glad I could help.
If you say so. So I guess I'll see you later.
I suppose so. Sleep well.
Meh. Maybe.
And she's just gonna awkwardly shuffle off.
Engage will go in and get herself settled for the night. And
Does
does
everything else just seem normal now? Or as normal as it can be?
everything does seem as normal as it can be. And as you kind of are crossing to the to your room, you do hear someone coming up the stairs behind you. Do you keep walking to your room?
Does she recognize this person coming back up the stairs?
The person you have never seen before.
She'll kind of just politely nod and keep walking back towards her room.
He will bow to you.
She'll kind of bow back and then keep awkwardly shuffling back towards her room.
Have a good night, Suri.
How do you know my name?
I travel on the ship.
I don't think I've seen you before.
No, you wouldn't have.
Well, if you're a member of the crew, then I'm sure it's fine. You have a nice night, too.
Yes. My night is almost over. It has been an interesting one.
Was everything all right?
Oh. You'll see in the morning.
Can she get a vibe check on that?
Sure. Insight check.
21.
Yeah, you can tell that what Earth means is that whether or not something is good relies a lot on perception.
Okay. Well, hopefully everything's fine. I hope you rest well.
I do not rest, but if your brother faces his fears, things will go well for him. If the tiefling continues using his creativity, things will go well for him. I certainly think things will go well. But that is just my opinion.
She'll nod and say, well, I hope you're right.
Me too. Good night.
And she'll head back to her room.
And Urith will return to the room with the crew. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Good morning, everybody. We do not need initiative order to wake up, necessarily. Is there any immediate action that people are like, oh yes, we absolutely have to do this first thing in the morning? Or is it general, hey, let us convene at the fire to discuss that sunrise that Yaya was talking about?
Yaya promised a great sunrise, so Yaya would be asking Minky for a tray of coffee cups and things for anyone that was going to be joining her for the sunrise.
Colin and Nutmeg will join.
I don't actually remember who all said that I know it was a conversation between Yaya and Boshin. But I think Sheba was excited.
If you mention a sunrise, Sheba is there.
Because that was... I remember that, because I'm pretty sure this conversation, openly happened. So, anybody... I think it was originally a conversation with Boshin, but it was just, Sheba was also but sun, though! And so
it's a form of worship.
Yeah, I think it was a general invitation at that point then. So anybody that would want to come see the sunrise, there will be coffee and Yaya waiting downstairs.
Yeah, I think Voten would kind of wake up with a little bit of a stirring.
Also actually fell asleep.
Korean.
I genuinely was not joking. Colin actually did fall asleep. He was snoring lightly and adorably.
And Nutmeg is trying to escape, but failing.
Cuddle.
Yeah, Votion places his hand lightly on Colin's shoulder and kind of gives a little shake.
Colin will stumble awake and
it's okay.
frantically look around the room.
It's okay. It doesn't look like anything happened.
Oh no, I got disconnected. Come on, reconnect. Come on.
I feel like that will probably be happening soon.
We should go get ready then.
And we'll get ready.
Wonderful.
Colin.
Nom.
Colin, while holding Nutmeg, just fumes for the front desk area, and
Squad.
I'm just gonna assume I'm gonna need to make a saving throw of some kind to get down the stairs, right?
You're what?
Acrobatics.
Yeah, I'm like if you're gonna do that, I mean, yeah, we're gonna go for some acrobatics.
That is with disadvantage of 14.
Not too shabby. You make it without breaking anything.
Without landing on my face while holding a very lazy cat that is just like, please, love. You've been petting me all night. I'm actually tired of it.
My favorite part is them moving as an entire unit.
Look, it's just a lot of
that sleeps
people.
together, walks together.
just in my head, definitely.
Information.
Information.
Like a girl group.
Oh gosh.
A K-pop group. That's pretty
Yeah,
much
yeah.
going on.
Girls' generation walking down the stairs.
Yep.
Oh gosh. Wonderful. Okay, so Yaya, where are you taking these peeps for the sunrise?
So she will, as she goes out the door, she will attempt to get Skurdad to come with them. Whether or not Skurdad wants to come with them, that is Skurdad's choice. But I suppose she would probably. Well, okay. The question is there some sort of hill, like right outside of town, that she would know about to go to? Is my first question.
Roll history.
Excellent. Oh, at least it's something I'm trained in. It's a 23 because math is hard after a certain time.
Excellent. Then yes, you would know of an excellent hill that overlooks the entire ocean port. And so not only do you have the city in the background, you have all of the glistening water, you can see the shipyards. It is picturesque.
Excellent. Tray in one hand, and if Skurdad doesn't protest, Skurdad on her other arm as she joyously marches outside the door. That is where she heads. She will have already actually probably passed out coffee to, like, Colin and anyone else that seemed like maybe they needed a little pick-me-up before the walk. But she will hold on to the rest of it, as well as any for herself, until they actually get out there and sort of spread a blanket out for them. Little small picnic going on as they wait for the sun to crest over.
Small.
As a note, Colin, who like me does not do coffee, drinks the whole thing in a single like go.
I couldn't remember if they said anything, if people specifically said anything about coffee, but I feel like Yaya would take one look at Colin's face and hand it to him regardless. So, because I think, did Voshin say coffee was good? I feel like somebody said something about tea, but I couldn't remember if that was Colin or not. In any case, I feel like with the look on his face, it's like, nah, there ain't a strong enough tea in the world, sweetie.
Oh, look how beautiful it is.
Oh, it's so
Oh, that
pretty.
is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh, golly.
Hello.
I miss the ocean.
Come back here.
Did I hear?
Let me put you on the dock.
Do not put Sheba in the water.
No one's in the water, okay? There you go, the whole team.
Too bad.
Oh, good lord! Even our group came along. Excellent. It's a good thing that Yaya can carry large trays. That is a thing she can do.
I was gonna say, and Jakori's just out on the boat, like, yeah, I like my boat.
Deuces, bye.
Bye.
Jakori's like,
Hey,
whatever.
we actually got Jack to agree to come with us, so
That is impressive.
he wouldn't be going. Bee.
Mm-hmm.
Not yet, anyway.
Oh no, the crew has disappeared.
Oh, well, I cleared drawings. I didn't want to clear the crew.
Dun dun dun.
Well, they're still there in spirit. Everything's fine.
And now the quest.
And now the quest is to find where the crew went to.
Being mean to the Twitch.
Oh
They
gosh.
can't see anything.
They can't
Yeah,
see
Twitch
anything?
is just like completely offline.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh.
gosh.
Oh no.
Connection issues. It looks like we're having some connection issues. Why are we having
Indeed.
connection issues?
Hopefully the VOD can catch this then. And
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess Amy just repost it
Why?
we'll just repost it in Roll20 so
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
the people in the VOD can see what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Aww. Meow. Well, that is where they're watching the sunrise. And I do feel like that is a good place to leave the Cuddle Vagabonds for tonight.
I agree. It's fun.
Especially with all of this technical difficulty. But it does say that it's recording.
Good.
So
And you
Okay.
did manage after that little hiccup to like stay alive for the last.
I
hour.
am
You did,
kind of
yeah.
alive.
Good.
I
Okay.
do have one thing Colin would like to say before we break.
Yes.
As he is like leaning up against Voshin and slowly realizing that there's not enough coffee in the world to keep him awake. He will mutter, "The world is hollow, and I have touched the sky." And it will fall asleep on Voshin's shoulder.
Yeah, and then there's this. There wasn't enough coffee in the world. As she's stirring her own coffee.
Shiva looked over at Yaya like, did you spike the kid's coffee?
Spike the
I
cat,
was
now
saying,
spike the
but-
kid.
Very dare you!
Yeah, Virgin
I
would
would
definitely.
never.
Yeah, Virgin would definitely be looking at Yaya, like, and point at Nutmeg and be like, "Did this happen again?" Like.
Okay, look, that was that was a misunderstanding, all right. I thought the milk was for you, and nobody gonna get plain milk when I'm around if it was for you. There are much better drinks than just plain milk in the world.
There are.
Virgin
And that many.
not going to respond because Voshin wants to stay as quiet as he can. So Colin can sleep.
Sleep through the morning warmth.
We
Excellent.
did it, guys!
You did it! You did it! Well,
We survived the night.
well. That is all for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope to see you back in 2 weeks, same time, for the next installment of the Cuddle Vagabond series. But before then, Wednesday, June 30th at 6 p.m. is the continuation of the Brangovian Job, an excellent train heist. So check out the event page on Facebook, and once the video of this week is uploaded to YouTube, you can find links to connect with us more in the description. So have a good night, everyone. Wash your hands, wear a mask, and stay safe out there. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.